All right, Chris. So, did humans come from Mars?
I believe that we did.
You think that we did come from Mars?
I do, because
All right.
so I've thought about this from a few other sources, but today I come across this one. This is the DailyMail.com.
I want Chris to explain to me why he thinks that we came from Mars.
Well, in my opinion, it's because it feels so foreign that we're here. It doesn't feel right. You look around us, and all the other animals, they seem to be adapted well to this. All the environments here, all of them, North Pole, desert, everything. Right? Us humans, not so much. We are smart, so we figure out stuff, but our bodies didn't evolve to be that way. Nobody, not even the Eskimos, their bodies are not okay with being out there in the frozen.
Yeah.
They wear heavy clothes. Mm-hmm. I would, so I'd survive just as good as the Eskimo.
Well, the only reason why they're surviving is because of the fact that they do have the intelligence to do so. Not so much as that their body is adapted to do it.
But as far as evolution goes, no. All the other animals, they evolved to live without the smarts, and their body just works in the North Pole and all the other places. So, that being said, some of the things that I think of is like the things that make it weird. Why we are? I think that we were brought here from another planet instead. That was much more suited to the way we actually are. So, for instance, this website where I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna go by what I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
Let's do that. So this is from Science and Tech by DailyMail.com. It says in here. Let's see. I'll get this mic over here. How's the music? Can you hear it? Okay.
A little bit. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so it says
sci-fi music.
Yeah, so it says humans do not come from Earth, and sunburn, backaches, and pain during labor prove it. Experts claim.
Pain during labor?
Yep.
What does that have to do with us being on Earth?
I'll get there.
Okay.
Okay, so a U.S. ecologist has claimed that humans are not from Earth, but were put on Earth, or put on the planet by aliens tens of thousands of years ago. Dr. Ellis Silver points to a number of physiological features to make his case for why humans did not evolve alongside other life on Earth in this new book. They range from humans suffering from bad backs, which he suggests is because we evolved on a world with lower gravity, to getting too easily sunburned and having difficulty giving birth. Dr. Ellis says that while the planet meets humans' needs for the most part, it does not perhaps serve the species' interest as well as the aliens who dropped us off imagined. So in his book, Humans Are Not From Earth, a scientific evaluation of the evidence, the ecologist writes the human race has defects that mark it of being not of this world. So mankind is supposedly the most highly developed species on the planet, yet is surprisingly unsuited and ill-equipped for Earth's environment, harmed by sunlight, a strong dislike for naturally occurring foods, ridiculously high rates of chronic disease, and more, he told Yahoo. So Dr. Ellis says that humans might suffer from bad backs because they evolved on a world with lower gravity. He also says that it is strange that babies' heads are so large and make it difficult for women to give birth, which can result in fatalities of the mother and infant. So no other native species on this planet has this problem, he says. He also believes humans are not designed to be as exposed to the sun as they are on Earth, as they cannot sunbathe for more than a week or two, unlike a lizard, and cannot be exposed to the sun every day without problems. So it's like, yeah, we can hang out in the sun every day, but you're going to get problems. Dr. Ellis also claims humans are always ill, and this might be because of our body clocks have evolved to expect a 25-hour day, as proven by sleep researchers. So this is not a modern condition. The same factors can be traced all the way back through mankind's history on Earth, he says. He suggests that Neanderthals, such as Homo erectus, were crossbred with another species, perhaps from Alpha Centauri, which is the closest star system to our solar system, some 4.37 light years away from the sun. Dr. Ellis said many people feel that they don't belong and feel at home on Earth.
So the closest solar system to us is only almost five light years away.
4.5 light years away, which is very, very far, though. But,
it is.
Yeah.
Well, you have to travel the speed of light in order to get to us, or you have to travel. What do they call that? Constant.
You'd have to travel the speed of light for almost 5 years.
Yeah, but that's just 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's within a human lifetime.
Yeah.
That's if you were able to go the speed of light.
But that's quite far away. But the thing is Alpha Centauri, whatever they're trying to say, is that planet might have been really, really far from its sun.
Yeah.
And the gravity was maybe compared to us more like Mars. Mm-hmm. So this website doesn't say that we're from Mars, but I agree that. So I'm translating all that they said to the Mars equation, where I think that we're, because some other videos that I've watched has led to my belief that there was a civilization on Mars, and there was a great big catastrophe that happened on Mars, and before things got really, really bad, some of them left Mars. They had high technology, and they left Mars and took us to the next planet, which was bigger and closer to the sun. But they're like, hey, we got to do something. So we're here. Mm-hmm. So we're like this website says, we do okay. I mean, there's oxygen and stuff, and so we live. But are we the best we could be? Our species wasn't evolved here. It was evolved somewhere else. So. So that somewhere else we would thrive, and we had evolved to a point where the gravity was perfect for us. Our vision was probably way better on Mars because it was farther away from the sun. So our cataract issues that we always get, and being out in the sun, we could be out all day without clothing to protect us from sunburn. Because we're far enough away from the sun when we're on Mars that's okay. And our 25-hour cycle, they even say that the astronauts, when they're out on their the space station, that after a while, it doesn't take long, and their internal clocks for the regular sleeping resorts to exactly that of Mars, not the 24-hour one we have here on Earth. So naturally, we are meant to be the same, and that could be coincidence. The Alpha Centauri thing could be whatever planet that is. It could be exactly the same scenario as our Mars clock, but it's just a coincidence that it's Mars. If we're not from Mars, we're definitely from somewhere else. So I'm not saying that it has to be Mars, but it feels like Mars.
Let's tackle this a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So from what you're saying, it actually, I can see that happening. I'm not going to say that that's impossible that happened, because it is possible that it happened. Let's say 30,000 years ago.
Or more.
There was a civilization on Mars that they were able to go out in space, whatever you call that. Mm-hmm. I forget the term.
Yeah.
They were able to go out in space, and something happened, and something really bad, and so they were able to get 50,000 people off of Mars,
as much as they could,
down to Earth. And I can see throughout the years of it being 30,000 years, considering that the human age and everything that we've learned and gone up and technology wise and whatnot has happened in only the past couple hundred years. It hasn't been that long. Mm-hmm. And there's actually information out there that was only a couple hundred years ago that is lost. It will never be found.
Yeah.
And so I can see it being likely that 50,000 years, a lot of information that, they came here from Mars. They had all this information, all these extra gadgets that we couldn't even fathom. Mm-hmm. And it's gone now because of throughout the years.
The wars and
whatever
different
happened.
things happened.
Yeah, people split off or what happened, and it's gone. I can see that. Mm-hmm. I can see how that's plausible.
So we can't prove it.
So,
There's no way.
But I can see why it is a possibility. Yeah. But now
I feel it, but we just can't prove it.
Yeah. But now let's look at